Morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. It is a damp Tuesday morning, July 20th. I am Danielle Singita, and I'm going to continue with the series of the chair yoga for the rest of this month. Well, for today, there will be a sub coming in next week to teach, but I'm really liking the chair yoga as far as just creating some nice sequences and just getting more comfortable with moving your body on the chair. So hopefully you can hear me just fine. And if you'd like, I'm sure you will see my cat. She just runs down to the studio when she knows I'm ready to teach. Go ahead and place your feet firmly on the ground. Beginning to feel all four corners of your feet. Right upper, left lower, heel, right lower, heel. The same with the left side. Left upper. So go ahead and, hello. Hi, Erin.
Hi. Oh.
How are you? I just started.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's okay. That's okay. Good to see you.
Thank you. It's good to see you too.
Today we're going to work on chair yoga.
Oh, good.
Good. So yeah. I've been usually working a lot on the mat, but this month it just feels really good to be able to do some sequences. So I will kind of take all the things that I've been working on, and we'll continue to do that today.
All right.
Let me know if.
Is it just me and you?
Yep, just me and you.
Wow.
Which is fine. You got a nice private class.
Special. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay.
So I was just starting to talk about kind of getting set in your seat. So scooting your tailbone and your buttocks up a little bit towards like the edge of your chair so that your feet feel nice and flat and rooted in the earth. And just let me know at any time if you can't hear me or something happens, okay? Technically. Or anything else.
Go to full screen. There we
go. So while we're here, I want you to go ahead and begin to lift the toes up. So keeping your feet like grounded, but lifting and spreading the toes. And just spreading them as far as you can without like any strain. And then placing them back down. And let's do that a couple more times. So the heel and the front of the foot is all nice and grounded, but we're just lifting up the toes. It takes a little bit of brain power. Spreading the toes apart. And then go ahead and place them down. So I'm a massage therapist, and it's been interesting. Let's do that again as I just kind of talk through this. I've had some people come in with a plantar fasciitis, which is like, you know, that inflammation on the bottom of the toes, of the feet, the archway, and other areas, the heel. And, you know, it just makes me think, are we really walking with intention? You know, go ahead and let the toes come down. On the four corners of our feet. When we're standing, are we really standing on the four corners of our feet? so that the equal weight is on each part of our foot. So it's just kind of that mindfulness. And maybe the more mindful we are, you know, with the way we walk and not supinating or pronating, but really walking, you know, fully, it would be interesting to see if we run into those kinds of issues as much.
It also has a
So
lovely spiritual analogy to it as well.
it does. Well, tell
Yeah,
me.
to me, being aware of our walk,
Yeah.
our walk
hmm
in life, it's got a lovely spiritual parallel to it.
Yeah. And, you know, a really wonderful way to meditate or to be like in that mindful state is to actually, and I've done this quite a few times when it's sometimes hard for me to sit still and meditate when I feel that way, I will just go ahead and take a very, very slow walk, like very slow, and just really like inhaling as I walk and exhaling and feeling the intention and the movement of my feet. It's a very meditative process of connecting with the earth. So I agree. So if you'd like, what I'd like to do now that our feet are planted, I want you to just begin to maybe close or soften your eyes. And then as you're inhaling, just stacking the vertebra. So really feeling kind of like this line that's coming from the top of our head, and it's pulling us up, pulling our spine up. And as it's pulling our spine up, our tendency is to want to also bring our shoulders up. So make sure that the shoulders are dropped down. So the spine is long, the shoulders are dropped down, and you can have them on your lap, but close to the hips. And then let's check in with our chin, because a lot of times our chin and our neck might be a little more forward. So go ahead and just slightly draw that back into the spine, and you'll feel, oh, hey, there's a lot less pressure on my neck just by that simple movement. Because we tend to really, like when we walk, we're walking with our head so much further. It's like, we got to get there. We got to get there. So this is that intentional, like, how do we draw our neck and our head back into our spine? How do we elongate our spine? How do we drop our shoulders? How do we plant our feet? And now we've created even more space for us to breathe. So I want to do this breath work. It's lunar breathing. So you might want to watch, and it might be a little confusing because I'm going to be the opposite of you. So you can watch, but you might be able to just hear my verbal cues. And this is going to be where we're inhaling. And actually, we could really simplify it by just like, we're going to inhale through our left nostril. So this is how it looks. It's kind of like you're doing this. Or you can just do this if that feels like it's a little easier. But we're going to inhale through our left nostril. We're going to pause at the top of the breath. And then we're going to exhale out the right nostril. So I'm just kind of like, this is how we're going to do it. Now, the way I usually do it with my fingers is like pinky, ring, and thumb. And then I just kind of go inhale, pause, exhale. So I'll walk us through that. But the beauty of this breath work is it's about the lunar energy. It's about the cooling. It's about nurturing. It's working that feminine side. And so as we're in this heat of summer, this is kind of a great way to kind of bring in that cool aspect of the mind, cool aspect of our body, bring in that feminine energy, that water energy. Does that make sense?
Sure, yes.
So if you'd like to join me, I'm going to place my thumb on my right nostril. Just don't do it hard. And then we're going to inhale what's that?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. Okay. So we'll inhale the left nostril. Pause at the top of the breath. Exhale, right nostril. Close off that right nostril, and we're going to go back, inhaling only in the left. Closing that left nostril, exhaling only the right. Closing the right nostril, inhaling again. So you can see the pattern. Inhaling left. Pause at the top. Exhale right. Inhale left. Pause. Exhale right. Inhale left. Pause. Exhale right. Let's just do two in this cool air left. And then you're letting out any heat, any sun. Last one. Pause at the top. And exhale out the right side. Good. And then go ahead and release. Just enjoy just the power of that simple breath work. And go ahead and you can open your eyes. You begin to just move the shoulders, and you can bring the arms down by the side and just do these nice shoulder rolls, kind of getting the body awake, taking some big, big circles. Yeah. Just maybe even hearing a little crunchiness.
Yes.
Excellent. And then you're going to come back to center and bring your left hand down by the side. So your left hand is down by the side. And if you can see what mine's doing, I'm pressing the palm down and lifting the fingers up, and then bringing my ear to my left shoulder. So left ear to left shoulder, just get a nice stretch. Here's my cat. I have a cat that is like,
Oh, look at those markings. Is his name Domino?
she likes to do yoga with me. And then go ahead and release and come over to the opposite side.
It looks like her name should be Domino.
I know, right? And then come back to center. Yeah, she likes to be in my studio. Bring your chin to chest. And as your chin comes into your chest, just kind of round the spine. So I want you to round the spine and then slowly bring your hands down by your feet or close to your feet. And as you inhale, bring the arms out like so. We're bringing them out, we're bringing them up, opening the chest, and then we're looking up. Bring your hands parallel, touching, and then back to your heart center. Good. And bring your arms back down. So we'll do that sequence again. So we're going to bring that right arm down, press the fingertips up, bring the left ear to the left shoulder. You can feel that stretch right in that trapezius, which tends to get really tight. The other hand can just rest on the lap. And even begin to move just slightly, like a little back and forth. And find the spot where you can really sink into that stretch.
That's
And
amazing.
release. Come back to center. Opposite hand. So bring your opposite hand down. So again, the palm is kind of pressing downward. The fingertips are lifting up and then dropping right ear to the right shoulder.
That's just amazing.
Yeah. And then you can, again, just kind of like rock a little bit, just see where you can feel that stretch. This is an area where people are really tight, and that intensifies the stretch. Good. And then come back to center. Go ahead and tuck your chin into your chest and draw your hands, kind of use your hands to slide down your body. If you can touch the floor, great. If not, just close to the floor. Let your head hang now. Just let it hang. And matter of fact, yeah, that if you need to scoot back a little bit on your chair, just make any modification. And you can really begin to feel that lower back. Let the head hang. And then slowly, you're going to bring both arms up by the side, like you're collecting this energy, this big ball of energy. You're just bringing it up on either side. You're gathering all of it up to the top, dropping those shoulders down. And then you're going to bring that into your space. And just take a moment. How you doing?
I love
There
it.
you go. Like you freeze a little, so it's like you're like, I was like, oh.
Yeah, you were too.
But
You're like right here, so I put my hands back up. I was like, oh wait, we're not here yet. We're here. Okay. I
Oh,
love this. It's such, small movements that really, really make you can feel it. Feel it all
yeah.
here, here, here.
Yeah. Yeah. I think sometimes I think the slower you go, the more you feel, as opposed to like a faster class where you're just going with the momentum. This is really kind of focusing and concentrating on different areas.
On the
So
areas
this
that absolutely
time,
need to be stretched out. Like what we've done so far, these are areas where I have a lot of tightness.
sorry, I think you're cutting out, but I'm just going to keep going. I'm sure you had something cool to say. So I don't know if it's my internet, but it feels a little wonky today.
Yeah,
This
it's
time,
choppy.
let's bring our legs out a little bit further. So I want you to kind of widen your stance. And when you widen your stance, so you're going to go a little bit. And then now this time, I want you to lead more with your belly. We're going to lead with our belly. So now that the stance is wider, you can lead, and then you can really sink into this forward fold. And you can place your hands down on either side if you want, or on your fingertips, and just sink into this wonderful forward bend. And just making sure, Erin, you don't have any heart issues or anything, do you, or dizziness?
that I'm aware of. It is, the breathing stuff does make me a little dizzy, but that's okay.
Okay, so if that gets to be too much, you can come up, okay? Why don't we come up? I want to make sure you don't get dizzy or feel like, you know, sometimes if you have heart issues going too far down, it can just make you really lightheaded. So
It just, the stretch
if that's
feels really good.
okay,
The stretch
the
feels
other
good.
thing you can
Also the
do,
breathing, because have noticed lately I barely breathe. So this has been making me
yeah,
take in deep breaths, and I think that's why I'm feeling oxygenated, and I'm not used to it.
yeah, yeah, I hear you. So what we're going to do now is we're going to come over to one side of your chair. I am on the right side. And then what we're going to do, I don't know, does your chair have, I want you to place your hands on those handles and we're going to create a twist. So we're going to keep our body upright. And then you're going to inhale. And then as you exhale, just begin to twist. And then hold that twist. So you have your hands hopefully on like the sides of the chair. That helps you hold the twist and helps you keep your spine really straight. Breathe here. And then come on back to neutral. How'd that feel? Okay.
Great.
Let's take a nice breath. We're going to do another couple of those. So inhale this. I want you to stand gently and allow that breath to come down. So as you're inhaling, you feel it wash over your chest and it's reaching and connecting with your hand on the belly. And just begin to feel the belly rise and fall with your breath. So as you exhale, it releases, and as you inhale, it fills up. Good. And then go ahead and begin to bring your hands back to the back of your chair. Inhale as you grasp onto your chair, and then exhale and create a twist, starting with the belly, then the rib cage, then the shoulders. Good. And then release. On your exhale, release back, and then come back to the front. So that breath there, it's so simple, right? But when we notice when we're anxious or busy or running around, we just breathe here. So being able to bring your deeper breath. And when you do that, you can really feel the energy of being more grounded, like more in your body, which we all could use that. We could all use being more in our body right now. So let's go to the other side. So on the left side, and you can go ahead and like just place your hand on your chair again. Take a nice inhale. We'll do 2 rounds on this. I'm going to inhale. And then as you exhale, belly, rib cage, shoulders. And then use always the exhale to deepen into the twist. So the inhale is always kind of like lining the spine. And then the exhale allows you to sink in a little bit more. slowly begin to release. You can really feel that twist. Bring your hand to your belly and let's take 3 nice deeper breaths. So really feeling that inhale going downward. And then exhaling. On the next 2, I want you to inhale through your mouth and then exhale out through, like open your mouth. So inhale, through your nose, exhale out your mouth. So let's try that. Inhale, feel it go down to the belly. And then just let out a big cleansing sigh, like a, or however you want it to sound. One more inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands back to the chair. Last twist. Inhale, let the spine get long. And exhale. And then slowly release. Woo, good. I haven't breathed that much either. So good to breathe. We should keep doing that, right? Keep breathing. So come on back to center if you're not. There you go. So that's a really nice way to do some spinal twists. So we've done the shoulders, we've done the spine. This is good for digestion when you can twist your body, kind of get that fire going this morning. Now, what I'd like to do next is open the hips. So this is kind of like a nice all over. Now, depending on your flexibility, this is what I can do. So are you able to create, can you see?
Yeah.
So, okay. And if that feels too much, you can slide the opposite like leg. So it doesn't matter what leg you do right now. I have my left leg. So
I'm just mirroring you.
Okay, perfect. How does that feel?
Feels great.
Yeah, this is such a nice one. Now, depending on how flexible you are, you can bring it back. You can bring this up a little bit more, but really just play with it for a minute. And what I suggest is as you're playing with it, like just organically move to whatever feels good right now, just to kind of wake up the spine, wake up the hips. And I like to do that gentle movement instead of just like sitting right away into the pose. Good. And then you feel like you got a nice settled space. I'm going to have you lift your spine up again like we've been doing, and then lead with the belly. And when you lead with the belly, you will feel a pretty good stretch.
Oh, yeah.
And you can feel that in the like IT bands, which is off to the side here on the lateral side of the thigh. Can you feel that? So
yes.
It doesn't take a lot to feel that stretch. Good. So we're just going to sink into this for a few moments. Go to your edge, whatever that is. Don't overdo it, but just allow your body to naturally stretch this in this pose. Let the head relax. Make sure you draw it back into the spine. And use your exhale to sink in a little bit at a time. Good. And then come back up and release that leg. And then we're going to do a little like activation on the legs. So we're gonna
I lost you. We're gonna, and so I'm gonna manually wake up my legs. Your camera shut off.
hello.
Hi, can you see me and hear me? Your
I
camera shut
can't
off.
see you, but I can hear you.
Your camera
That's
shut
weird.
off for a second. So when you said we're going to, and then I think you're manually waking up the legs with the hands.
Yeah, we're doing this. There you go. I see you now. So we're just kind of going up. We're going down the inside. And then we're going up the side that we just stretched. That, for me, it was my left leg. Just giving it some activations. It's good for the lymphatic system. Waking that up. All right, good. Excellent. So that feels all tingly, hopefully.
Yes, it does.
Let's do the other side. So you might find one side is a little bit more flexible, less flexible. Just go with what works for you. I have a little bit of a sports injury here, so I'm always playing with this one. Definitely not as flexible right now. So just find the spot where it feels like okay. And you can even, if this gets intense on the knee, which it does for me, you can like move your, you see what I'm doing? I'm moving my heel, and that takes some of the pressure off of my knee. So again, when you're ready, inhale, elongate the spine, and then exhale. And this time we're gonna actually like exhale, fold forward. Then we're gonna round our spine back up. So like rounding it, inhale, lifting up, and then lead with the belly. So we're making a little more motion. So exhale, round the spine, lift the head up, look up, lead with the belly. Just to do it a little differently. One more time, round the spine. Inhale, look up, and lead with the belly. And now let's hold this pose. And using your exhale to just sink into it a little bit more. Making sure that the head is back into the spine, dropping the shoulders down so there's no tension in the shoulders. Let out a sigh if you need to. Good. Slowly come back up. Bring that right leg down. And again, we're going to activate. So we're going to come into the inside. Open up. So we're drawing it downward. And then we're lifting it up. Drawing it down on the inside. Lifting it on the. Two more. And last one. Good. All right. How about we stand? So let's slowly begin to stand up. And my head is cut off. All right. So what I'd like to do, and you know, a secret to chair yoga is you can always have a yoga mat under your chair so it doesn't slip. If you need it. I have carpet, so mine's pretty good. But just like be careful you don't slip too much. And then I've got the high end that I'm gonna put my hands on. And I just want to get a nice little stretch in the calf. So we're going to take that left foot forward, bend that left knee, and then bring that right leg back. And then you can use the chair as a nice stabilizer. And we're going to stretch the calf and the hamstring. And that should feel pretty good. That should feel like a pretty good stretch.
It does.
Go ahead and bring that leg up, and let's do the other side, and just take that lunge as far as it feels good for you. Good. And let's do one more round. So take the right leg back, lunge in the left knee. Bring that right leg up. You can use the chair to help lift you out, and then take that left leg. Good. Is that nice and it's not too slippery for you or anything?
Yeah, I've got the chair butt up against the dresser.
Oh, good. Perfect. So another one I'd like to do then is down, like a version of down dog. So down dog, this feels really, really nice on the spine. So you can place your hands on the back of the chair. It's great that you have it propped up. Bring your legs, as far back as that feels comfortable. Make sure they're under your hips and about hip length. And then what you're going to do is be able to the spine, keep your ears between your arms, and just enjoy that feeling. You can put a little micro bend in the knees. And then from here, go ahead and just bend the knees, like really exaggerate that bend. So you're exaggerating the bend, and then you're lifting the hips back up and you're straightening that out a little bit. And then do that a couple more times. So you're bending at the knees, and then you're lifting the hips up where the knees are just gently, gently bent. One more time, bend at the knees, and then just allow that spine to be long and draw the hips away from you. Good. And walk your feet towards the chair. Woo. And then release.
Oh,
I know, right?
great.
Who knew? So we got the spine, we got the hips, we got the shoulders. Let's do one more standing twist. So this time you can, depend on what you want to do with your chair. I'm going to use the lower part of the chair. And I'm going to spread my legs out, probably about, 4 feet, and put my left hand in the middle of the chair. And I'm going to take my right hand and create a little twist. So just kind of slowly, good. So bring that right arm down. Just slowly bring that down, like kind of kiss the side of the chair, and then draw it back up again. So we're not really moving anything but that right arm a little up and then down. One more time. Bringing that right arm up. Let's hold it there for a moment. And then bring that down. Great. I see an arm flying. That's a good sign. And then let's take the right arm, put it in the middle of the chair. And let's do the same on that left side. So we're just creating a little dynamic movement. We're bringing that left arm up, getting a nice little stretch, little twist. Exhale as you come down. Inhale, bring that arm up. Nice little twist. And exhale, bring that down. And last one, let's inhale, bring that arm back up. Hold it for a moment. Keep breathing. And then exhale. Good. Bring your feet together. And then just shake everything out. So we're going to stand up again. And we're going to do a little lymph. This is like good for lymph movement. So you're just going to be kind of like, I know we look silly, but yeah, just this is like a really good thing to do to get the lymph system moving. So just really like, you can use your breath any way you want. Kind of keep always working our lymph system to be better and more efficient. Few more. We do this like 30 seconds to a minute. It's really good. It's a good thing to do in the morning when you first wake up, just to really get the body activated. Good. All right. Excellent. And then we come back to our chair. We're just going to take the last few minutes and going to start winding it down. Now you can do Shavasana if you want.
Do you see my little trampoline?
Oh yeah, that's a perfect thing. I want to get one of those. That's such a good thing to have.
I haven't used it yet, but I want to use that in the mornings to get my lymph fluids flowing.
Yeah, that's even better. I mean, if you have that, that's even better. So let's just take these last few minutes, and then like I said, you can lay down if you want, or you can just kind of do a sitting like meditation or sitting in silence, whatever works best for you as we wind down our practice today. And softening your eyes, just feeling your body and as it has come alive after yoga, like alive but calm at the same time. And thanking yourself for taking the time today to be a part of class. And setting any intention you might have for the rest of your day. What is it that you want to be mindful of today? You can just visualize that or set that intention as you go about your day. More aware, more alert. Yay. Well, thank you, Erin. Thanks for joining me. It was so nice. I usually just video, and it was nice to have a person.
Thank you so much.
Come on back.
That means a lot to me. It really does. Just being accountable and having to show up is a start for me to keep moving forward. Like I said, I've had that trampoline for a long time and I have not used it yet. And so now, I've learned from you in the morning, bouncy lymphatic system, wake it up, get it going. So this is I feel like this is the beginning of going further toward my goals of what I picture for myself physically or my achievements, because I'm working from home on projects. I don't really have any place that I need to be, So this class and Saturday morning's class, these are two places where I have to suit up and show up. And that's the beginning of moving forward. So Thank you so much for taking this
Awesome.
time with me. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes. All right. You have a fabulous day.
I hope you do too. Thanks again.
Okay. You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.